Hi guys, welcome back. It's Reeves again here with Erin,
Hello.
and
Good
we're
evening.
good evening to everybody who is still here. So if you are
Good
hanging
night.
around, actually, yeah, it's good night. Oh, it could be.
It's
Well,
good night.
it's gonna be good evening to the American people though when they come on.
That's true.
So
Hi, Wolfie.
we still got people. Yes, we do.
No, Reeps, don't die.
Excuse me. Right, okay, so what are we doing here? We are doing a replay cast of a Division 2 match between Goodbye Forever and Happy Accident, requested by Physics Man as their mentor. Apparently it was a good series, so we'll find out. We've stopped dying. I'm not dying. Not anytime soon. Okay, so let's have a look at the situation. This was... Oh, I don't actually... Hang on. I believe it's their first round match, but we'll kind of go through what happened anyway. So, Happy Accident won the coin toss and they banned BOE. And unfortunately, it's very confusing because both teams are slightly on the wrong side of each other, which makes things confusing. So, right, Praxis hold. Hang on. Battlefield, so red ban. There we go. Goodbye Forever, then banned Sky Temple. So, and then Happy Accident then picked. No. Yes, they then picked for Sky Foundry. So that should be a red pick. That looks about right. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, so because this was a replay that was done in the this game was played, I should say, before the patch came out yesterday. We unfortunately can't actually do this simultaneously. We have to synchronize and actually watch this separately, which is gonna be fun. Cool.
Yes.
So
It'll be interesting. I
Yes.
expect many failures.
So we don't actually have a draft phase. We're going straight into the game at 3 seconds. So are you ready, Erin?
2 seconds. I'm just writing down one little piece of note. And
Sure.
yes, I'm ready now.
Okay.
Let's go.
So 3, 2, 1, go. Right. So in this map, although confusingly, obviously the teams kind of got a little bit mixed up with their sides, I have actually got Happy Accident on the left in the blue to start off with.
Oh, okay.
So you've got Goodbye Forever. Yeah, it does unfortunately flip around because they didn't stay on the same side. And so if you're watching the replay, follow the calendar as to what side you need to be on, so that when we replay cast, if we do get a chance to replay cast, we know which team you are. But I recognize Part 555. He's from Happy Accident. So Happy Painting. That's interesting. And Goodbye Forever. Oh, I like how these teams have started off.
Oh, so friendly.
Yeah.
You need to step up your game. So much toxicity. Seriously. All right, will I go ahead and introduce Happy
you go.
Accidents? That's the blue team, right?
Yes, Happy Accidents is beating. Yeah, go for it.
Happy Accidents. We have Park 555 playing Blaze, Proxia Sanjana, Apparition on Hanzo, Crosswind on the Tehran, and Blue Laguna on the Garrosh.
And on the red side, for this game at least, we've got Thundercats playing that white main, Thrognar playing ETC, yeah, it looks like ETC, non-champion playing Maiev, a spooky ghost playing Raynor. he's got the Ghost Rider skin as well, and Newbie playing the Hacker.
Okay, so we see an interesting draft on both sides. ETC Maiev is going to be quite scary. Cage and Mosh Pit combo is something I'll be really interested in seeing. Now, this is before the patch nerf, so Blaze is at his strongest at the moment. So is Hanzo, and so is Tehran. So Tehran does have her level 1 cleanse still.
Yes, we did see a few kind of changes, how it affected, especially Blaze's bunker today. So still very, like you said, very strong in this iteration of the game. Both teams going straight for their items, which is nice. Obviously, we're curious to see how people, I guess, over the other side of the pond play the game, because we always wonder whether they play it the same way, and metas and things are slightly different, especially when you watch ACC. So interesting to see what the amateur scene also brings out. But I mean, looking at the draft, also, although we didn't go through the draft, it looks very, very, standard.
Meta-based. Yeah, quite meta-based. The only non-meta pick I see here is Dehaka for this map in particular. This is not a Dehaka map favored. And ETC is a spicy tank to bring out. He is a very powerful tank in terms of what his abilities do. His power slide can hit multiple heroes and it's a 1.25 second stun. His W can provide a lot of peel, as we do see loudspeakers being taken up in level 4, so it's an extra knockback. But he is still a squishy tank regardless of the armor that he does get. So the ETC needs to play quite safe and position himself very well to avoid poke.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right in that aspect. I have seen Dehaka played on this map quite effectively by one of our teams sitting in chat at the moment. Hint, hint, Brown Horse Gang. They played it quite effectively, and using one of the things that I noticed them do was they went for a very early healing camp, and then they used the Dehaka Burrow to actually push a 5-man against 4 and secure the item early on, and that's kind of how they played the map. But obviously that was them, and this is this. At the moment it's just Dehaka kind of just soaking the bottom lane. A couple of minions going to crash into the bottom keep as Part 555 is coming down to soak that up, and that should allow I'm gonna get confused here. It's happy.
Yeah.
Hang on. No, it's goodbye forever to kind of get a little rest control away from Happy Accident. Or will they?
Yeah, Dehaka looks like he's in a little bit of position, but ETC Power Slide makes sure Gerr stays in his place and a turret is put down on the side of Goodbye Forever. I am not mixing these teams up. I am literally crossing my eyes as I'm trying to make sure I'm calling out the same teams.
Right, we had a disconnect and reconnect. Obviously, because it's a replay, we don't get the pauses, but there was a disconnect.
Yay!
As Hanzo is immediately back through magic. So... Excuse me.
We do see level 7 being picked up a little bit earlier on the side of Happy Accidents. However, they're not doing anything with the engage when they did have the advantage, and instead take the turrets that have spawned. This is so important. When you take those 2 camps early, at the minute that they spawn, they will be up in the mid phase of the control beacon.
Oh yes, and ETC taking a lot of damage there, as you mentioned. Very, very squishy tank, but manages to somehow get away from that really nice jet propulsion there onto 3 members of Goodbye Forever. I just need to look down and see who casting. Blue Laguna getting tethered back and falls, so that's 1 death there. Spooky Ghost and Nubia so low, but the fire, the burn, the ignited oil spill from Part 555's blaze.
Maiev is popping off with a recess, and ETC Power Slides on the Durant and almost gets a kill, but he doesn't have pinball. I'm lying. He does have Pinball Wizard, and he managed to get so much damage out. Rainer's in a bit of trouble. He's trying to get away, but because he has self-heal, he gets away quite safely. Now this is contested. Maiev is popping her Qs off, and she gets the kill on Tehran, but is blown up in response to herself. I am on a 1-second delay in comparison to you, Reeves, by the way.
Are you?
Yes, because I can tell by the casting, by your commentating.
Right. Okay. Shall we just quickly pause for a second then?
Okay, 3, 2, okay.
Right, I'm on 6 minutes 14.
How do I know where the timer is?
Just open the press Control Shift 0 to open the
6
replay.
minutes 9 seconds right now.
All right, so do you want to catch up to 6 minutes 14 then?
6 minutes 14.
I think the pause kind of just messed things up, so we'll do our own little pause here. So we imagine there's a pause. We've lost Erin for a couple of seconds. She's just trying to catch up through some magic time stuff.
Yeah.
6:14?
Okay. Yeah, 6:14. I'm going to get rid of my beacon. Okay, I'm ready. Okay,
All
so
right.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Gersh's follow knows Dehaka did get a tongue on him, but he throws him over, but doesn't die.
That's a nice burrow from Nubi there, avoiding quite a lot of damage. He wouldn't have died anyway, but it's just a kind of Nice touch there to mitigate some damage with the burrow as the first protector is picked up in favor of Goodbye Forever.
Yes, Goodbye Forever. Pick up the first protector, and I'm interested to see in what NA will be doing. Will they be going to the top lane to get the healing camp, which is pretty standard in EU? We do see Maiev get a tether on the Jaina. She is forced to stay in Maiev's face, but gets away with quite a low amount of HP.
And Protector getting the middle front wall, moves to the top, so yeah, very similar. Expecting to kind of try and get the towers down and probably snipe the well. 30 seconds and 50%. Actually, this Protector is still pretty healthy with quite a lot of time left. They may even try and get some damage onto this keep as well. Looks like they are.
Yes, the Hackers double soaking while Garrosh and Blaze are the ones that are soaking, so their defense by Happy Accidents isn't that strong. So they do have to give up this top fort, which means the level lead that Goodbye Forever have is quite significant now.
They've got 10s. Whitemane still holding on to hers, but ETC picking up the mosh pit. We've got Warden's Cage, Isolation, and well, we don't know what Reyna has picked up. It is going to be Scarlet Aegis and Reyna's Raider is coming in.
Yes, we do see Dragon Arrow being picked up by Hanzo, Starfall by Tyrant. Pretty standard taunt on the side of Garrosh, and Bunker by Blaze. As I did say, the patch has not gone live. As you see Dehaka being quite out of position. He gets a silent on Jaina, so it might be enough to save him because he did silence the damage dealer and he gets away with the tongue. Maiev tethers Blaze back, but Blaze has Bunker to save himself. Garrosh is dropping so low, and Tron just cannot heal that damage as Maiev does a cage.
Yeah, I mean, that's just at the moment Goodbye Forever is just getting pick after pick here. It's so difficult to get out of all these CC changes. It's amazing how Nubi is still alive on that Dehaka after being kind of cornered by 3 people. But the trouble for Happy Accident was it was really split up, and Garrosh was kind of left by himself for a little bit. Although it looked okay. It's just that I think he was trying to zone the other members of Goodbye Forever out, and in that instant kind of got stuck as Poxius is found. That's probably a dead Jaina, and all the 5. I was gonna say that ring could have been really nasty, but it was just a little Reyna's Raider that got caught in it.
If she got the ring and traded her life to get 1 or 2 kills there, I would have just literally screamed out PogChamp at that single moment. She does get a bit of damage on the Reyna, but I don't think she's going to get away because Dehaka is there to meet her on the other side of the runway.
Wow, they do eventually pick up that kill, but I'd say Jaina doing a really good job of just delaying things as it stands. I mean, you know, it's still early days, about 9 minutes into the game, death times are pretty low. If you can keep 2 members kind of occupied for a bit, you can maybe get a little bit of value somewhere else, so yeah, why not?
Yes, Happy Accidents did respond very well to that Jaina chase because Blaze actually picked up the turret on the side of Goodbye Forever, so I think that was really well played by Happy Accidents. I have to keep Hanson down to look inside. It's very confusing.
Yes, I'm doing exactly the same. Yeah.
So the 2 teams are posturing in the middle. We do see that Goodbye Forevers are a level ahead. I would be interested in seeing an engage by them because they do have the talent advantage. Looking at their talents, oh, I didn't spot this. They're level 4 on the Hacker. Lurker Strain, emerging from Borogrand's stealth. That you don't see that talent being picked up very often. The one that when he comes up from Burrow, he knocks people back. And then has stealth for 3 seconds.
Is that to maybe get away from Garrosh, maybe?
To avoid the throw? Perhaps. That is true. It could be that. You don't see that talent picked up very often, but so it is interesting to see. Garrosh going for a standard Q build on him, and he does have his stats from level 1, so that means his defensive measures is going to provide a lot of sustain for him. He is a squishy tank, and this is a great way for him to be able to survive a lot of damage.
Oh, Garrosh gets dragged, brought into 4-man isolation. I'm not sure whether he did. I don't think he did. That's a nice Ring of Frost into
Mosh pit! god, so many heroes, but it got interrupted by the Hanzo arrow, and the taunt hits 2 heroes. Oh my goodness, Maiev just got blown up to pieces. Dehaka is next to follow her to her grave as Blaze hits a 3-man stun. Garrosh gets AQ. The power slide might be just enough to peel for the backline. ETC is not going to get away.
Oh.
No. Jaina gets thrown as well. Oh no, it's Whitemane, sorry, I apologize. Gets thrown as well, and she goes down with ETC. That was insane. That looked like such a great tongue by Dehaka on the Garrosh, and I don't think if anyone noticed the amount of burst heal Tron did in that moment, because she had obviously her Q, her healing, but she had a Loon's Chosen on the Garrosh as well. So that was fantastic play by Tron, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean that's Garrosh Garrosh can be such a difficult hero to actually burst down, and I mean, in fairness, on the side of Goodbye Forever, it's mainly the Reyna, because Maiev depends a lot on getting those Q resets, and if you isolate somebody, then you're not getting the Q resets to actually do a lot of kind of burst damage. A lot of it is more sustain based, you know, getting, well, again, you're having to kind of spread that damage over 2 people to get the resets in, and that's where her damage comes from. So yeah, that's a bit of a difficult situation to deal with. I think the isolation missed as well.
I don't think it missed. I think it hit the Garrosh when he had lens on him.
That's right. Yeah. Yes, of course.
So it completely negated it, and I think that was also definitely an issue for Goodbye Forever's. Now 16 is being picked up on the side of Goodbye Forever's, but Happy Accidents are not far away, and they do. Oh, sorry, they did get it now. So I think they're going to go engage now that Blaze is rotating from mid into the top lane.
Yeah, I kind of expect them to go a little bit sooner. ETC's Mosh Pit is actually back up again, as that's a very nice isolation onto the Blaze. They pick him up before you even drop the bunker. Oh, actually, bunker wasn't ready. Was it? Oh, actually, no, it's interrupted. That's why we didn't see it. As Jaina is also picked off by Rain or Starfall dropped, but the healing item is going to just keep everybody on this side of Goodbye Forever very, very healthy indeed, as they are going to get the rest of this channel on this top protector and probably get the second protector.
Yes, the third pullback by Maiev was very good there as well on the when they were chasing. The cage did not actually hit any heroes. They managed to get away, but she did manage to follow up independently on her own. Now this is very much on the side of Goodbye Forever, as they do get Protector. They have options now. They could either get Keep, or they push and open up the map and get mid and bottom forts. So I'll be interested to see how they'll be, you know, using this Protector.
Bit of a swapsy going on.
My turn. I want to drive.
ETC is still in the driving seat, but it's just my gun. I think it's just to kind of allow, give a bit of more support to Spooky Ghost on that Reyna. I like that skin. It just matches that name so well. Right.
It really does. We do see them taking the mid fort. They are not contesting the keep at the moment, as the camp is putting pressure on the top keep and forces Hanzo to rotate and defend. This means this is going to be a 5 versus 4 in the bot lane. So Goodbye Forever could be getting some kills here if they play this well.
Yeah, Blue Laguna kind of getting that jump onto a Spooky Ghost, but not being able to kind of walk past the Protector. Oh, he gets dragged. That must be a maximum range drag, as isolation does not hit this time. And but ETC gets the slide and the ping back, and that's a dead Garrosh there. So
rip.
Very nice, very nicely done, and nice pressure from Goodbye Forever as well, kind of pushing, kind of invading and stealing this camp away. So they're going to get items for the next protector phase. They've already gotten the bottom well down. Collecting items is their next order of business, and that will probably help them secure the next protector, unless Happy Accident can do something about it.
Yes, that was very well played, I thought, by the ETC. The minute that he got out of the protector, the power slide was there to secure the Garrosh kill. But it looked very familiar. It looked like the fight that was on top, that the isolation missed the Garrosh because of his unstoppable. It looked like part 2 that happened, but Garrosh did fall. We do see Goodbye Forever picking up the healing camp, which means they have quite a good few items, if I'm not wrong. They have 2 turrets now and a healing camp. So in the next phase in the bottom in the bottom control beacon, it's going to be very difficult for Happy Accidents to get into position quite early. And if they do, they're going to have to watch out for those turrets and time their, moments to back out or re-engage.
Yeah, but Blue Laguna is posturing around. Newbie is going to get caught. That's stealth. That level 4 talent is coming back. He's going to get tossed back though. You see, I think he tried to burrow, but he's going to get taunted. Bunker's down for the blocks. That's actually quite a lot of things committed to getting that kill. So no Dehaka for another 50 seconds as everybody's hopping back on the side of Happy Accident to defend their keep.
Yes, they are coming back to defend the keep, but Goodbye Forevers know what they're doing and back away quite safely. ETC's postures a little bit pretty easily. Blaze is trying to get value here. I wish maybe I would have seen Happy Accidents focus on getting the fountain, but as I'm speaking, actually Blaze is doing just exactly that. So that means neither team has fountain in the next control beacon phase.
So it comes down to items, which is still very heavily in favor of Goodbye Forevers. Let's see, Dehaka is about 17 seconds out. The Protector we haven't had the notification that the next kind of control point is coming up. But I have to say, that bottom kind of control point is always a little bit tricky to deal with because of the conveyor belts.
Yeah, those conveyor belts are just a nightmare.
So it's not over yet, If you get caught on the wrong side of one and you're trying to walk away and you're walking against it, you could actually very easily get picked off.
The control point actually is spawning in just 10 seconds, as we do see a turret being picked up on the side of Happy Accidents. So they do have some items. They will be able to control the beacon for a certain amount of time. However, they still do not have level 20, so they need to get the soak. I'm seeing them responding to the top camp, maybe an attempt to get a bit of soak and get level 20 so that they can engage in the bot lane. And while they do have level 20s, we could look at Goodbye Forevers ultimates. Don't see anything out of the ordinary, though I would have loved ETC to take Death Metal. I think Death Metal has so much value, but he takes Storm Shield to protect himself and his allies. Dehaka took the basic attack slow instead of the isolation spread, which is... I kind of like the isolation spread. It's quite scary in my opinion.
See though, getting tossed, no mosh pit. He actually falls to a whole, whole barrage of abilities kind of put out to get him dead. And as you said, that mosh pit, if he had the Death Metal mosh, that could actually have changed things in their favor. But as it stands, it looks like they're going to have to just back off without their tank and just give up the control point. They do have almost 59% on it. Dehaka's burrowed straight top to get this healing item, but the rest of the blue team are coming. They know somebody's there at the bottom though, because it's channeling, so it's 4v4 with no support. No bunker, no Hanzo arrow, and no taunt. So, tricky.
Yes, this is going to be an interesting fight as we do see Blaze being thrown in. He stunts Dehaka in the backline. Dehaka is dropping low, but he does have his essence to protect himself. Whitemane pops their ultimate to protect the Maiev, and Maiev is getting so many Q resets and blows Blaze and Garrosh up with the Rainer.
Yeah, that was a really good fight. I think we're desynced again, unfortunately.
Yes, I am a little behind.
Right, okay. Why don't we pause and try and catch up?
Okay, pause.
Yeah, 20 minutes and 13 seconds.
Okay, 20 and... Sorry, where are you?
20 minutes and 13 seconds. This is a Division 2 match, by the way, Wolfie.
Okay. I'm at 13 now.
Okay. Just before we unpause, I want to go through a few talents as well. I've noticed Weak Spot acquired on Reyna. It's usually the other one. Is it Executioner?
Yes.
That I would usually see. So there's some differences, but I can kind of understand why. This negative armor on Garrosh could actually be pretty lethal, although increased attack speed and increased damage, you could argue, is better. So there's some slight differences coming in terms of talent choices. Shooting Star on Tyrande as well. Usually see ice. I can't remember what ice. It's something ice, something arrows.
Yeah, it's basically basic attacks, reduce the damage is the talent. And she did pick the level 16. I would have thought that it would have matched nicely together, but
true.
It is interesting. Anyways,
Anyway,
I can unpause, but I'm going to try and. When do we unpause? Do we unpause on 1
on
or
go.
like the next imaginary number after 1?
Yeah, next imaginary number up to 1. So it's on
Okay.
go.
Okay.
So
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. So hopefully we stay synced. Were you quite far behind?
I knew I was like 1 second at least behind you
Okay.
because when you were commentating, it was like you were reading the future when you were commentating 5. So I was like, what? The ETC died? When? What just happened?
Yeah, unfortunately with the way Blizzard's replay system goes, this is always a little bit tricky. But anyway, we'll make the best of it, as it looks like this protector is going over in favor of Goodbye Forever.
We do see the campaign picking up by Happy Accidents, which is great. So when the Protector is going to be pushing the bot lane, they do have a camp pushing out the top lane. So if they do have a win against this Protector here, they can respond by taking 14 capacity in a peak. But they are going to have to defend against this Protector. This could be GG if we get a couple of kills.
Yeah, this is always risky at the end, towards the end of the game. If you do get a kill, Bruno on that. Garrosh dropping very low, gets the taunt. ETC dropping very low, gets the cleanse as well as the power slide out, as a lot of damage is being put out by this Protector. Healing item is dropped to kind of just get ETC back up to speed. They're still very healthy, whereas on the Happy Accident side, most of the members are actually on about half HP. They get to keep the toss onto my edge. Wardens, Wardens out of whatever that was, and getting a
The
ring.
Jaina ring was so huge, but they couldn't get the damage out, unfortunately. Or the heat. There was a lot of healing on the side of Goodbye Forever, says the hack is being cut out, but the cleanse there stopped Garrosh from throwing. He throws a minion instead. That was a great cleanse.
Yeah. What a cleanse by Thundercats. Kicking him. Yeah, I was like, where's the... How come Dehaka's not flying? Oh, slide.
Slide is popped, Stopple is popped as well. Blaze goes in, tries to get a stun. Garrosh and Whitemane are thrown. The support is blown up instantly because of the Garrosh level 20. There is a stun that by Garrosh to try and CC, but Jaina is doing so much damage to Maiev and she's forced to back out, but Garrosh still falls. Jaina blinks away in an attempt to save herself and possibly kill the Maiev, but no, she doesn't. She's running on those runways and buying some time.
This is deja vu.
Deja vu. No, I won't start singing on stream. This is
Right.
what happens when you do late night casts.
Well, I mean, that was a turnaround and a half, because it looked really dicey for a moment there for Goodbye Forever, but Maiev resets really hurt, and they managed to actually turn the whole fight around. They've got just a Hanzo to deal with for another 21 seconds, and then you're going to see Garrosh and Tyrande back on the field. Actually, Blaze is going to be back in 13, so if they're going to do something, they need to do it soon. The turrets are down, Spooky Ghost, Ragnar and Newbie are just wailing away at this core. Maiev is going to join them, and I think this is going to be good with 2 catapults at the back as well, putting them 90% of the core. This is GG.
This is GG. GG to Goodbye Forever. They secure their first win against Happy Accidents. I keep looking down at my piece of paper in front of me. It's so distracting.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna explain that, because I just with hang on. Okay, I can't really do this. Actually, I can do the scores because I can do this. So, so the thing that's confusing us as the casters is that we usually go by in terms of which side the team should be on is based on the calendar, and in this instance the teams are flipped around. So we were expecting Goodbye Forever to be on the left and Happy Accident to be on the right, and obviously they weren't. They were flipped. So we're kind of having to check our info sheets to make sure that we're actually calling the right team. So that's the minor confusion that's going on. So in future, stick to what's on the calendar, and we shall all be happy. But it's fine. We can deal with that. Right, I have to reload my game because after that it kicked me out.
Yeah, it just logged me out. I thought I wasn't the only one there thinking this.
Okay. In the meantime, we can go on to what happened. So, After Volskaya was picked, Happy Accident lost the first map, and they opted for map pick, and they picked Braxis Holdout. So, that's that right? Yeah, that looks about right. Just once I load back into the game, I'm gonna try and sort out some. Right, where has this gone?
I hope my game hasn't bugged out now because it keeps flashing at me. I swear if I see the blue screen of death right now, I'm going to have a panic attack. Okay, something's loading. It's a good sign, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't actually get their team logo up, which is weird.
Okay, I have the game loaded anyway, so not too bad.
Okay, there we go. So that looks better. So
Ooh, Braxis.
Goodbye Forever currently 1 up. They have been taken to Braxis by Happy Accident. So we're just loading the replay files up, and hopefully we'll be in the game shortly.
Do you know who he is?
Right. Apparently the person that they have used on Happy Accident is somebody that I'm going to get an explanation of.
He's from the 80s. He's a painter, teaches you to paint by
I think
color.
it cut out a little bit because I didn't hear what you said.
And he always says nothing is always a mistake. Everything's a happy accident.
Reeves, hello?
Hello. I'm
Oh,
getting a bit of background as to who this person is. You know, the logo for Happy Accident. Apparently it's a
Okay.
painter.
Teaches you on TV back in the 80s.
Oh, okay. So apparently he's a painter that teaches people how to paint on TV, and
He
His-
always says there's never mistakes, only happy accidents.
there's never mistakes and only happy accidents. So that's where that name has come from. I thought it was something else. It's Bob Ross the painter. Oh, that's why they said Happy Painter in the beginning of the map.
Oh!
Fair enough. Right, I'm in the game at 3 seconds. So
Yes, I am also in the game at 3 seconds.
Okay, so
Let's do this.
we still have the flipped map situation, but we can.
So
do it
happy accidents are on the left-hand side. They're blue, right?
now. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Facility powering up.
Cool. So we have Happy Accidents being the blue team and Goodbye Forever being the red team. I can introduce Happy Accidents to you now. We have Park 55 on the Arthas, Poxius on the Kerrigan, Apparition on Phoenix, Abathur being played by Frostwind, which is a spicy pick on this map, Muradin being played by Blue Laguna.
Systems online.
And on the right side,
10
we've got the
seconds.
Goodbye Forevers, very confusingly. So the teams, as you can see in the
5,
overlay, they're flipped
4,
around.
3,
I just realized that as well.
1.
Happy Accident is on the left.
Facility online.
So non-champion playing Kel'Thas, Spooky Ghost, this time on Varian. Yeah, very spooky there. Thundercat's back on her, back on the white main. Thorgar playing Mal'Ganis, and Nubi on the Dehaka again.
The hack is very strong on this map because it allows you to hearth back and to get full HP and mana so that you can test the point. But if Dehaka is... I remember this cast a couple of days ago. There was something about a Dehaka in the top lane and people in bushes there to kill him. If Dehaka sniffs this out, he would have played very well. Otherwise, he'd be in a little bit of danger here as Arthas jumps in. Muradin gets the stun on him. Kerrigan follows up with her combo and he gets blown up. Goodbye, Dehaka.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. So Dahaka down for, well, 8 seconds. It means it's gonna be some experience lost. Right. I mean, we didn't really get a chance to talk about this, the draft on the side of...
Solo Abba pick.
It is a solo
love it.
support Abathur on the side of Happy Accident.
There's so many mixed feelings about Avatar being solo support, but I'm one of the strong believers that it does work. As an ABBA player myself, but you do need quite a reliable team and a confident team to be able to play that sort of comp. We do see Kerrigan and Murden picking up the camp quite early for Happy Accidents. This is going to put a lot of pressure into Haka. And aggressive rotation by Murden and Kerrigan. What are they doing? They're taking the... Oh my goodness. Spice. Absolute spice coming on the side of Happy Accidents. So cheeky by them.
Yeah, they're going to get found out though, but Abathur's Minds is going to be able to just scout this rotation from Goodbye Forever's. It's really very, very low. His Dwarf Toss actually gets interrupted by all those claws by on Morgana, so he falls. But in the meantime, well,
Yes,
in the meantime,
Phoenix
nothing.
gets the channel. Yeah, Phoenix gets the channel in the bottom lane, while Goodbye Forever's pick up the channel in the top. This is going to be a lot of back and forth quite early in the draft until the team does, you know, dominate over another team quite significantly, more than just one kill. So the channel, I'm expecting the channel to take quite a long time until there's a big team fight, perhaps after level 7. I'm predicting. We do see Dahaka being in a little bit of trouble trying to defend against the Kieran and Phoenix, and Murden jumps in, tries to hit with the Stormbolt, but does not hit because Dahaka gets away, and Kerrigan could not hit her combo as well. That was Newbie learning his lesson from the top lane and not dying this time, as we see Arthas possibly out of position here a little bit as he tries to defend his one and single fountain, but the fountain does not fall. This is a very good news for Arthas in the soul lane.
Yeah, it is, indeed it is. So, like you said, both teams kind of doing the dance around the control points, and so far it's just 0 to 2%. It's not a lot there in it, so they're opting to kind of create some lane pressure here. Goodbye Forever's by taking the Bruiser camp, but this is actually scouted out by the Accident. Will they engage? It looks like they are. The port goes down onto the Kerrigan. They're trying to burst her down. With Blue Laguna in the back though, getting slept and also getting, well, basically gravity lapped and blown up, so that's dead Murden. Quick check there, Aaron, are we desyncing again?
No, I think you were commentating quite well.
Perfect, okay.
You weren't telling me the future this time. I do want to talk a little bit about the draft, because we didn't mention the fact that Goodbye Forevers have a triple front line. They have Varian, Dahaka and Mal'Ganis, and even Varian went for taunt build. He's actually going for a tankish build. So I wonder if Varian was picked up in the cast to respond to the Kerrigan, as you see an engage done on the Arthas, and the sleep does not connect, and Arthas walks away with full health. I seriously thought he was so close to dying. As you see White main beam caught in Kerrigan's combo, and she gets blown up. Wow, what a great response. Mal'Ganis is in a bit of trouble now, and he's going to try and get away, but 4 heroes that do so much damage, there's just no getting away from that. Well played by Happy Accidents.
Okay, we need a quick pause there, because I think we are desynced.
Am I speaking the future this time?
You're slightly behind. I'm on 5 minutes and 7 seconds.
5 minutes and what?
7 seconds.
Okay, I'm at 11 right now.
Oh, you're ahead of me then. Okay.
But I didn't pause immediately after. I don't know.
Right.
that's
Okay.
weird.
I'll catch up. 5:11. Okay. Ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Sorry.
Okay. Right. So we're having some sync issues with the replays because, because we can't watch it together essentially because the patch has actually landed. So we're having to kind of sync our games up by watching them separately so we can cast this. So it's a bit awkward, but we'll have to make do. So there will be a few pauses in between the game as we go, just so for anyone who's watching. Ready? So 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, what do you see now? So we make sure we're synced up. There's a Kerrigan just rotated into the bush. Dahaka walks away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Blue Laguna kind of hanging around those Abathur mines in the top right.
Yeah. Kerrigan staying in the bush. Moved.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're roughly the same.
Roughly
so.
the same, yeah. We can check again later.
Oh, Murden jumps in onto the Mal'Ganis, but the Mal'Ganis responds with his Qs. CC going back and forth, but no follow-up by either team, so they did not commit to try and burst any hero down there.
All right, so Happy Accident at the moment have a slight lead in experience as well.
Is it because of the kills? They got one extra kill?
And I think it's also the early loss of experience because Dahaka died.
Yes, yeah, because Dahaka died and it was almost a full wave of experience lost. We do see Phoenix picking up the bottom, which means they might get a percentage ahead. No, I lied, because Varian is going to pick up the top channel.
Yeah. Let me have a think. I'm just trying to think. I guess with the Abathur solo support, you can't really keep someone alive if they can be bursted down, but damage-wise, with a solo kill class, do you think it's enough?
Yeah, I think there's quite a lack of damage on the side of Goodbye Forever. I think the Varian was actually drafted in response to the Kerrigan, because keep in mind this is before the patch, so the Kerrigan did not get her nerfs. She was quite strong before the nerfs. So I think in mid game, Kerrigan was drafted, and Varian was forced to come out to break out a shattering throw or something like that. It was Murden stunning the Mal'Ganis, but not doing much about it. But the Phoenix and the Dahaka are having a brawl in the bot lane, but Dahaka might be in trouble here as Kerrigan comes to save her buddy. The knockback is giving so much value. That level 4 talent that we spoke in the first game kind of saved Newbie's ass there. Whoops.
Yeah. I mean, it's also again when you mentioned that it's not something that we see. There's also a 30% slow at the end of it if you do get knocked back, and that kind of just manages to give him a bit more survivability against ganks that are coming in his direction, especially against a Kerrigan who, you know, needs to get close. You need to be able to get in range of some jumps and to be able to land those combos. So, yeah, I think if in any case your job as a solo laner usually is just to stay alive, and if you can pick up a talent that allows you to do that against your enemy comp, then that's always, you know, nice. But this time, Phoenix isn't slowed, and with his target acquired, he can actually keep really, really tight on his target. So Dahaka does need to be aware of that as he's dealing with this Phoenix in the bottom lane.
Yeah, the solo lanes are kind of mixed up a little bit here, as we see Dahaka and Phoenix battling out in the bottom lane instead of the Tradish in the top lane. Now, they did start out traditionally. Let's point that out. And then something happened. I don't know what happened, but something happened. And now this is all messed up, as we see Mal'Ganis focusing down the fountain. And they do get it.
Tens are here, though.
Mal'Ganis needs to get away. We do see a taunt on Kerrigan by the Varian, but the Kerrigan casts her ultimate with an Abathur hat. This is going to hurt very much if the Mal'Ganis doesn't get away, but Kael'thas gets cleansed out of Kerrigan's stun. Are they going to get away? The clone by Abba might be enough to kill the Mal'Ganis, but I lied because Mal'Ganis is engaging back in, even though they still don't have level 10 yet.
Yeah, they're playing with fire here, but having said that, there's a lot of heroics have been used on the side of Happy Accident. Just Purification Salvo left. Even Avatar being used there as Murden drops really, really low. And this is the problem with the Abathur or the support. If you can't get the kills, then you kind of need to back off, and there isn't really kind of that sustained heal. Although it is Murden who has his... does he have Third Wind? Yes, he does. So he can actually kind of just heal up really quickly. But, wow. Goodbye Forever's not letting up. They're still fighting this down, that talent here, as that is a nice combo onto Newbie on that Dahaka. Doesn't have his burrow anymore and walks away. I don't know how they did not kill somebody there.
No one died in that minute of a brawl in the top lane. I just wanted to say, you said Purification Salvo, which is instinctually usually the talent to go for, but actually, Phoenix went Planet Cracker. Now, the idea behind it, I believe, is that if they lose the channel of, the map's objective, Phoenix can actually clear the Zerg Wave quite instantly if he times it and hits his Planet Cracker right in the gate as the Zergs are moving through it. So I
Yeah.
think that's the plan. We do possibly see an engage here by the Kerrigan. She gets so many people in her stun, but Varian responds by taunting her. Pyroblast on the Kael'thas is going to hit Kerrigan right in the face, but I don't know if she's going to get away. She gets pulled. No, she dies.
Yeah.
That Kerrigan dies.
How
Pyroblast.
Pyroblast.
Pyroblast, ladies and gentlemen. I did not expect that. I really did not.
Well, I guess we said that they lacked the damage, but a Pyroblast actually could on this, on this occasion, if it was onto a squishy who was low, like say Phoenix or Kerrigan, it could potentially secure a kill, and which is what they need. The Abathur comp. Playing around the clone. If they don't have the clone, they're always kind of fighting kind of 4.5v5. So if you can secure a kill, which Kael'thas, that flying salami usually does, then
Newbie is in the bush making Phoenix think that he's alone 1v1 against Mal'Ganis, but Kerrigan has the same idea. But Muradin gets a stun on Mal'Ganis. He could be in a bit of spot of trouble here if he doesn't get to sleep. He doesn't. Dehaka gets stunned. But Newbie might get away because he hits a silence on the Kerrigan, and he does get away.
they're not finished yet. Blue Laguna kind of.
I
posturing
know.
around.
He was like, should I go?
I thought you might actually just kind of commit to the jump. But having said that, the rotation coming in from the rest of Goodbye Forever is just kind of giving their teammate a bit of backup. Planet Cracker is out. It is absolutely wrecking the top wave as you said.
What Zerg wave?
What?
There was a Zerg wave? What? We do see an engage here by the Kerrigan in the bot lane on the Varian, and the stun by Muradin just secures the kill. He gets blown up using the Phoenix, Abathur, and Kerrigan damage.
Yeah, Poxius on this Kerrigan is just landing every single combo. It's pretty scary.
Really nasty.
I mean, and if you can secure those kills with the Kerrigan, then it doesn't really matter whether or not you've got an Abathur support. You don't need the support because people are dead.
Yeah, the Abathur solo support comp works in a very simple way, in the sense that they should be targeting one hero to blow up. If you are low, you just back out, heal up, and go back again and blow up another target. I see Muradin being taunted and takes so much damage, but he pops his avatar. Pyroblast is going to hit him in the face, but I wonder if he's going to survive because the Abathur healing is still on him. He does survive, but Phoenix is in a bit of spot of trouble as Varian and Mal'Ganis are charging in. Muradin tries to peel for the Phoenix and jumps away, but Varian taunts him and keeps Muradin in his place, but the Abathur hat is keeping Muradin alive for so long as Kerrigan jumps into the backline.
Yeah, and it's actually the focus is going down onto Whitemane, as even with the Scarlet Eagle, she can't keep herself alive, and that's a 3-man kill in favor of Happy Accident with that counter engage. This is, I don't really understand how they actually managed to keep those members alive. It was really great peeling from Blue Laguna, putting his body on the line there, but somehow Abathur managing to keep him alive, buying time, and the slows of the thunderclap and everything just put out to kind of keep his teammates alive, and they somehow turn it around. Kerrigan jumping back in with the Maelstrom and securing the kill onto Whitemane, and basically, like you said, there just wasn't the damage there with the Kael'thas kind of hanging back, and once the Pyroblast didn't secure the kill, that became a problem.
Yes. Oh, that engage was fantastic, and we see another one in the top lane against the Dehaka again. Poor Dehaka is being bullied here by Happy Accidents, and I think he is going to fall because the essence is just not enough to heal him. Varian does taunt the Arthas, but he pops his ultimate, and I'm pretty sure he's going to stay alive, especially with that Abathur hat on his head.
Yeah, Thanga doing whatever he can. Carrion Storm is out. He should be able to get behind the safety of this keep wall as the rest of the members of Goodbye Forever come to come and give him the support. So yeah, really nice to watch Happy Accident play this, actually kind of making the kind of solo Abathur support work alongside a very aggressive Kerrigan, with the combination with the front line of Muradin, doing a really good job here. Something I have to say I haven't seen before. The way they played it, the early Bruiser camp with Abathur, Muradin, and Kerrigan, just creating a lot of pressure constantly with these camps on Braxis Holdout. They picked the map, so they had a plan and they're executing it really well, don't you think?
Yes, a lot of practice is required to be able to pull off such a difficult comp because the shot calling needs to be quite precise
Yeah,
by happy accidents, whoever the shot caller is, because
yeah,
knowing to when engage, when to disengage is very important. But drafting the heroes with Abathur is very important. You need someone who is a good hat hero for them, but you also need heroes that have self-sustain. So Phoenix and Kerrigan have their shields, Muradin has his passive healing, and Arthas does have some sort of healing as with his ultimate and his Q. We do see a fight possibly happening here as Mal'Ganis is rooted. Would he possibly get his ultimate off? In this case, he does get the swarm off. That is perfect. But Kiltas got caught out of position. So is Varian. The silence hits the Muradin, but oh, goodbye forever. 2 members fall as Whitemane is also being chased down by Kerrigan.
yeah, and that's a drag back Kerrigan combo onto Dahaka as well. 4 members down on the side of Goodbye Forever. Just the Whitemane. And she's going to just look at this keep wall and just, you know, it's just going to melt. Muradin jumping in, gets the Stormbolt. Kerrigan got follow up, and that's also a dead Whitemane. So, full team wipe here for Goodbye Forever, and we'll see what.
We see the sneaky slug capping the top beaking. So that happy accidents can now channel the Zerg wave, but they do start doing some damage on the core. I'm lying, they're running away now. But Muradin could be caught out of position here as he's forced to pop Avatar with an Abathur hat on his head to try and get away in a perfect stun on the Mal'Ganis to stop that steep channel.
Yeah, this is pretty rough for Goodbye Forevers now. The only saving grace is that they do have still that top keep in the way of this Zerg wave coming down. In terms of clear, though, they don't have great clear. You know, they drafted this triple front line. That's going to be rough. And actually, boss is being taken here by Happy Accident. Really nice. Franca is actually really doing a good job dodging all these, you know, CC change. But okay, it's a 4-man sleep with Kerrigan caught in the back line. Pops the Maelstrom, gets a 4-man. Oh my god, that's a massive combo onto 4 members. And okay, she dies because of Flying Salami, but everybody on the side of everybody. Ooh, I say that, and actually looking at the health bars, it's actually turning.
It looks like it's turning as Arthas is dropping low, but the Abahad he might be able to survive, but Mal'Ganis does dish out of damage, but the root and the stuns keep him in his place. Newbie and Whitemane do have to get away, but their core is going to start falling. So I think this might be GG, regardless of what happens in this case.
Yeah, wow, look at that Zerg with the boss as well. This is just too much for them to deal with. There is no way they can clear Thundercats these steps. And that is GG.
GG, well played. I love love it.
All right, I'm going to answer some stuff in chat. So this is a replay cast request. It is I believe it is a Patreon request by Physics Man for his mentee team, which was the Goodbye Forevers. This match was played on Wednesday morning. So this is not your standard cast. I think there were some questions about it. No, we're not. Yes, I don't know him, Larian. I haven't watched that thing. I'm not a very arty-farty person, so I don't know who this person is. He looks familiar. I might have seen him, but it just didn't cross my mind to kind of understand that. My wife told me about this meme.
I didn't know what was happening either, in my defense as well. Actually, that's not a defense.
Yeah, so it is a Patreon request from Physics Man for his mentee teams. That's why we're casting the NA side of Lounge. But I have actually looked at casting NA side of Lounge, you know, if it's not too late, like midnight GMT, 1 a.m. GMT on a weekend is something that I can do and I've done in the past. So I think there are some games which actually land at like sometimes 11 GMT, which is very, very doable from my point of view. So
I'm just going to go out and say it anything after midnight, and I'll be swearing a lot. So, for the safety of everyone, and I will not be casting at that time, I think it's best.
Why? It's fine.
Me
Okay.
being grumpy.
Well, I don't know.
It'll be funny. It'll be funny. A grumpy Irish lady casting. We can make a meme out of it.
Right, so let's stick this over here. So yeah, that second map going in favor of Happy Accident. Very, Very nice draft and well executed, like you said. I mean, it's a tricky one. Pre-10, they actually did pretty decently, recognizing that they needed to create the lane pressure, taking a lot of the bruiser camp especially. That's impressive, with the Muradin and the Kerrigan. But I'm gonna say. I want to say Poxius. I hope I don't get the name wrong. I mean, the Kerrigan combos were absolutely on point that whole game. It was just absolutely scary to even step up even an inch, really. So that hurt.
Reeps, don't die.
I'm still here, don't worry. Okay,
Stay
so
with me.
right, so we're going
Are
to.
you getting this thing where you load the game and the sound is like?
No, not in
Okay.
particular.
Because I have my sound settings adjusted every single time, but I have to readjust them every time I start.
Oh, that's
Right,
weird.
I've loaded my game. 3 seconds. There we go.
Maybe that's why, because I remember someone in chat. I think it's Physics Man. Physica Optica said that the game sounds were pretty loud, and that may be why. Because obviously we're kind of going in and out of the replay thing, and it's kind of messing up with the sounds. But yes, so unfortunately, we did have that situation where the teams kind of flipped the sides that they were on, so it didn't. So obviously the scores were flipped for that game. It was actually messed up. There is a way to switch it, but it's just very grief, so I decided to leave it since it's just a replay. So we don't want to mess around with it too much, because the reason for that is the last map, the teams are actually on the right side.
Oh, they're on the wait. What? Okay,
Yes.
who's on whose side?
In our last map, which is, I'm going to show you, it's Towers of Doom. So Goodbye Forever's lost the second map, which was Braxis, and they went for map pick, so they picked Towers of Doom.
Towers of Doom. So who's on which side now?
So it's now normal. So Goodbye Forever is on the left in the blue, and Happy Accidents on the right in the red.
I literally just got used to calling them the opposite.
I
Now my
know.
brain
Now
fried.
we have to flip it back.
It's time for bed. My brain is cooking doing the simple thing. I swear. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. I
Right.
think I fixed it.
I'm going back.
Okay.
So this is our last game, obviously. 3 seconds. Okay, I'm in game. 3 seconds in.
Okay, I'm ready to unpause.
Actually, I'm just going to answer the question in chat again. You can actually ask casters to do a replay cast. They're not really obligated to do so, but some may be happy to do that, and I certainly would be happy to do that as long as I had a co-caster. You can request a Patreon replay cast as Physics Man did, and that pretty much guarantees that it will get done. But otherwise, it's kind of up to the casters as to whether or not they have the time and whether they want to put into effort to do a replay cast. But you can certainly ask them, and I'm sure if they can find the time to do so with a co-caster, then I'm sure most of them would oblige. And like I said, I would be happy to do so as long as I had a co-caster, and even if a co-caster wanted to practice like what we did, Erin, or I think Wolfie was interested as well, and I've certainly done a few replay casts with a few other members of Brown Horse Gang, my own teams, my own friends, Vidlicker as well in chat. So yeah, it's something that I would be happy to kind of go through if anyone wanted to kind of try and get themselves a little bit of practice in casting. We certainly could do some replay casts for fun, and also it is a nice way to get teams some exposure as well, although as you can see, it's always better to try and do it live or on a live patch so we don't run into too many issues with replays. Anyway, with that over, let's get into our final map here, Towers of Doom. Both teams kind of even things out 1-1 with that crazy great draft from Happy Accident on Braxis. Very daring, well executed. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. I'm on 3 seconds. Are you ready, Erin?
Yes, I'm on 3 seconds as well.
Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Righty-o. So on the blue side we have Goodbye Forever. On the red side we have Happy Accidents. Do I have this right?
Yes, that's correct.
That is great. So, Goodbye Forever. We have Thundercats on Tyrande, Newbie playing the Tyrael, Non-Champion on the Lei Ming, a Spooky... Oh, a spooky ghost. Sorry, being played, playing Cassia and Thragnar on the ETC.
Yeah, and on the right side we have Happy Accident with Part 555 playing the Blaze again. Poxius on Maiev this time. Frostwind on Deckard. Blue Laguna playing Garrosh, and Apparition playing the Reno with the Ghost Rider skin. So a spooky ghost and Apparition.
Ah, that is really good. I love it. There's such great synergy of skins coming out from both teams in 2 different games with the Rainer. And
Yeah.
with this ghostly skin and names. So 5v5 in the mid lane. I'm pretty sure there's not a whole lot of things they want to do because there is no stacks on the side of Goodbye Forever's. Cassia did not go for Q build. She went for charge strikes instead.
I can understand that against a Garrosh. I think charge strikes and there isn't talent later on that you can take to ignore armor as well, isn't there?
Yes. Yes, there is. We do see Pursuit of Vengeance being taken by the Maiev from Happy Accidents.
Look at the bottom lane.
Ooh. Cassia has
Yeah.
been pulled back. She might be in a spot of trouble. Maiev does go in, but ETC power slides on the Maiev, and does she get away? Poxius, run! Run! The Ming Orb dodge! Yes. I don't know why I'm cheering for the Maiev. I just want people to survive. Great dodge there by Poxius. Well done.
Yeah, nice attempted kill onto the Cassia. Got the Garrosh. Everything was working in their favor, but I guess the problem is, again, Maiev on her own against a single target cannot get the damage out kind of consistently enough to actually secure the kill. You kind of need a little bit of backup there. So Cassia managing to walk away. Really nice backup from the rest of the team on Goodbye Forever's. And like you said, inch perfect dodge on that orb. Keeps them alive as we see an invade, I should say.
Yeah, an invade. ETC does power slide but gets thrown over into the keep. Oh my goodness! I cannot believe he's harding back. Will he be able to get away? The Deckard stops him with his Q. There's a Q that misses him. If they don't get to that side quickly, he will be able to hard back. But
Nope.
I would have loved if the ETC got away. I wish she sprayed or taunted instead. That would have been great. That was well played by Garrosh. I didn't even know, to be honest, you could throw. Oh yeah, no, you can. Yeah. I've done it before. You can throw from that range, but well done for Blue Laguna being being aware of his surroundings and not panicking the minute the ETC power slid.
Very cheeky throw there. But yeah, it's like you said, very well played, and they secure their own camp. Don't let it get stolen, and also get to watch ETC squirm a little bit behind enemy lines.
I would have loved seeing ETC take what's that talent again? Crowd Surfer. It would have been so awesome if he took that as a response, but unfortunately level 4 talent was picked earlier, as we do see ETC a little bit out of position. His power slide did get interrupted. That is a secured kill on the ETC. The Maiev tether forced ETC to stay in one place. Or was it the Deckard's route? There was so much CC on him.
Yeah, there's just a ton of CC. There's Maiev tether back as well. I mean, it's just watching this, watching a Tauren basically get kind of pinballed around. I was looking to see whether, Pinball Wizard was picked up. Obviously, that's a level 7 talent. But at the moment, we're seeing another engage in the bottom as Poxius is just trying to get some kills against Spooky Ghost and non-champion, but not managing to do too much as, well, not enough, I guess, back up to secure some kills. So they're just trading out some damage, trying to clear these lanes, soak up the experience. But quite a big early lead for Happy Accident. I didn't notice that until just now about our level.
Yeah, it is quite a significant lead. There was the engage that was taken by the ETC on the camp, so ever since that, I think they did lose a good bit of XP. Looking at Tyrion's level 1, I didn't realize he didn't take the Tradish Shield. Instead, takes Ardent Restoration. Don't tend to see that talent picked up very much. Myself, anyway, I very rarely pick it up. We do see an engage in the bot lane, however, as Cassia was isolated for a while, but gets away because of Tron's heals and quite a couple of dodging spells. As I am speaking, Ming did die, and ETC gets thrown around again.
Am I seeing a bug? Because it looks like Tyrael hasn't picked up his 4 and 7 on my
Yes.
screen.
Yes, I don't see a level 4, 7.
Hmm.
Did he
Well,
just not pick them?
I have no idea. I guess we'll find out when he hits 10, because he obviously had to pick something then.
Is he a bot?
Don't think so. Let's have a look. No, it's Newbie.
This could be a form of BM. Tron does stop Blaze's channel with her owl, so it looks like Newbie's going to try and contest. If he gets the Q, does he get the Q? Yes, he gets his E onto the Blaze. The Blaze has to get himself out. We do see a rotation by Happy Accidents as they're going to be looking for a fight. This is going to be a 4v5 brawl as Maiev is taking the bot camp.
Right. I was just going to try and delay things, or either that give it up, because Maiev is nowhere near this fight. As that's another toss onto Newbie. Very, very cheeky play from Blue Laguna, but he's going to pay for it with his life. ETC is very low. Maiev is now here, but maybe a little bit too... That's a 4-man route. Massive damage coming out. Maiev getting tons of resets. Can they finish this fight off? Tyrande is down as well. Tharga trying to ETC his way out of it. Newbie's still alive. Must have been able to get a ruins over the wall or something. But with the slows coming in, Maiev does secure the kill onto ETC at the end there. So very even at the moment in terms of core shots with those, crazy plays.
Yes, I'm just looking at the comments that people think that we are out of sync. If someone is watching, give me a shout. Who's a little bit ahead? Reeds or me commentating?
I don't think so. I think it's just because we're having sync issues.
Oh, okay. But if anyone spots it, do mention. Oh, the talents are picked up. Okay, Divine Vigor if Smite hits an enemy. Yes, so that is standard and yes, movement speed. Okay. So the Tyrael does pick up his talents. He probably was a bit late picking them up. Level 10s we see on the side of Happy Accidents. We see Bunker, the Banshee, Taunt, Lornado, and Cage. Lornado is a spicy pick because Sleep can provide so much CC. We do see a rotation by Goodbye Forever on this Blaze. I think this is Blaze dead.
It'll be a miracle if he always gets Bunker, but Thrangar is kind of blocking him. The slide comes in. Now, Lunar Flare actually misses. But I don't think it will make a difference as Thragnar is doing a really good job just getting in front to block any route of escape. So nice pickup there for Goodbye Forevers. But in the meantime, the bottom lane is getting wrecked, and that's a bell tower taken by Happy Accident. So I mean that's definitely a worthwhile trade as the next altar is about to spawn on the bottom lane. And that creates a problem for Goodbye Forevers because if they do choose to contest this, their escape route is extremely ominous. They have to go through that little choke point where the camps are, and that's not ideal. But as it stands, they actually take boss instead. I do like this trade.
I do like the trade, though I am wary because controlling the bot lane is so important on this map. Many people know that in Towers of Doom it is essential to be able to control the bot because you create your win conditions with the camps. As we do see Happy Accidents pushing 3, what are they called? Suicidal bombers. Oh, zappers, okay. Suicidal bombers, what am I saying?
Well, they essentially are because they do.
Well, yeah, they're a bomb, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think they're a bomb. We do see Goodbye Forever possibly trying to get this back. Blaze is still in the top lane. ETC would be quick to rotate if they wanted to take a 5v4 here. 5v3 even.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the tower. Blue Laguna dropping very low, but then look at the Frostwind just putting all those potions out. So it's dangerous to think that Garrosh is low and just commit because he could just walk over those potions, suddenly he's back to full health again, and then you're dealing with a horrible situation. But as it stands, both teams just posturing around here, trying to get some form of pressure. 3 more sappers coming in. Newbie going in, gets the toss back and the taunt, and is he going to drop Sank? No, he doesn't actually. Lornado kind of casted as well to potentially interrupt any attempt at casting Sanct. So very nicely done there to secure that kill. Garrosh tosses one over, and Spooky actually goes in on the with the Cassia. Gets tossed back.
Cassia survives the throwback, unlike the Tyrael. The Sanct is going to be very difficult for the Tyrael to cast because the amount of interrupts and the amount of stuns, there's so much CC he has to be able to keep an eye out for. So Tyrael is going to have a hard time and has his hands full being able to attempting to cast this Sanct. The tower is going to be picked up by Happy Accidents, and they're going to get 5 tower shots. Blue Laguna is dropping quite low. I wonder if Cassia is going to commit to trying to chase and kill as Orb hits Raynor in the face and gets so much damage. But Garrosh is dropping quite low and backing out. But Deckard is there to heal him up.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how they've actually changed things up. ETC's gone into the mid lane to kind of soak the experience against the Blaze, and leaving Tyrael instead to deal with this, with the 4-man trying to hold the bottom, or hold the line as such.
I wonder, is it possibly for the Sanct, but Cassie gets thrown in and taunted as well. Tyrande tries to save her by CCing everyone in the backline as Warden's Cage comes out and keeps Goodbye Forever stacked on top of each other, and Ming dies. Wow, that looked quite scary for both teams, but unfortunately, but Happy Accidents were the ones who came out on top. However, Cassia could kill the Garrosh on her own, couldn't she?
Possibly. Now, ETC is hiding in the bush. This is a 4v3 with Mosh Pit available, so looks like they're going in. There you go. Oh, but they didn't manage to get the Raynor though, and that's a shame. But they do get the camp back, and Raynor's dropping. Deckard dropped very low and actually gets picked off. Now Blue Laguna trying to run for his life. ETC gets a slide in, pushes him back, and that allows the rest of Goodbyes Forever to secure that kill. Now, problem is, in the meantime, Blaze has been doing a lot of damage to the top bell tower. There's literally nothing left in that. They need to secure this bottom one, get at least one of them back, and maybe even try and contest all these altars, as Cassia is going to get the bottom channel through. And the rest of Happy Accident are going to try and secure this top one.
Tyrande is going to get the channel on the top. Ming did secure the tower in the bot, but they give one tower to Happy Accidents, which isn't a bad call. They were posturing around. The team was split up. It was a safe call. There is perhaps a call going to be made to contest the bot camp, or possibly just to get the top camp for Goodbye Forevers. Tower shots 10 to 21. This is not a bad situation for Goodbye Forever. Yes, they are behind in shots, but they don't need to worry, because if there is anything more than 2 towers, they are still safe to, be able to give up one quite easily.
Yeah, here we go. That was an attempted engage, just a little bit too late, as the camp is secured, but they will get a free clear on the sappers and alleviate some of the potential pressure that was going to give. Goodbye Forevers. Now, they've left Blaze in the top lane again, right? And sapper camps in the top lane are actually open, and if that is capped and nobody responds to that, that's going to be a dead bell tower in the top, and that is actually still pressure that they're going to have to deal with. Tyrael has responded, as you can see from the minimap, and I guess there's not really much that they're going to do. Blue Laguna is posturing very, very aggressively the whole game. Every single toss that he gets equals death. Oh, that was close. He does.
Yeah, he gets the taunt on and throw on the Cassia and gets blown up instantly, because the follow-up on the side of Happy Accident is just almost perfect. But Blaze does pick up the top tower as well, so this is just going so much into the favor of Happy Accidents, both in the top lane and the bottom lane.
Yeah, they've got a problem here, because this is potentially game if both the altars are capped by Happy Accident.
This is GG.
It is GG, and Cassia is not going to be available for another 16 seconds. So there's one channel going through. Deckard's getting the bottom. The middle one. Looks like Li Ming is going to get... No, Poxis is coming in, posturing around. Now, Blaze is going to be late. So there is a potential for them to kind of get engage in against this, but it's so difficult though. Oh, this,
Tyrael does get thrown, and EC and Tyrael are taunted. They are both of the tanks are falling quite low, but Garrosh is a little bit out of position. Blaze's bunker is popped up to try and save, but the ETC is just low. Sanct comes up and saves 3 people. However, the cage keeps ETC's power slide from doing much. Garrosh is being focused down, but his the mosh pit.
wow, what a great mosh at the end there. Just kind of the patience that they had. Now, can they finish things off? It's very even at the moment. It's kind of 2 kills to 1. Well, 3 kills to 2, and actually they finish off Raynor and Maiev. So 4 kills to 2, and Goodbye Forevers are still in it with 5 health on their core. They hold.
Yes, they do hold. I am interested in seeing how they're going to respond. Are they going to push top lane? Are they going to get the camps in the bottom, push bot instead? Blaze is the only one who's alive on the side of Happy Accidents, and he's rotating top. Chances are to contest the camp. We do see the boss actually being focused by Goodbye Forever, so this will give them 4 shots that will go straight to core.
Yeah, I mean, of all the things to take, I think removing one of the other conditions on the map for your opponent, this is probably the one to take. It's 4 guaranteed shots, and if Happy Accident were to take it, it would leave Goodbye Forevers on 1 core health, and that's very risky. But they actually don't respond to Blaze taking the top camp, so they're going to have to at some point, because I think giving those sappers a free walk-in is not what you want to do in these circumstances, given you're only on 5 core health.
Yes. Happy Accidents were thinking that Goodbye Forever was actually going to contest their camp, but didn't, and instead are actually rotating to respond to those zappers in the top lane. They might be able to jump in. No. Well timed by Goodbye Forever. They just made it in time to respond to those shots. However, they're going to be forced to rotate into mid lane as a tower has spawned. Has started the countdown, and will spawn in 20 seconds.
Yeah, they're trying to burst down this top bell tower and relieve the pressure. By taking this back, they are not going to be on, well, sort of match cap as such. Although, very nice response from Happy Accident. They take the bottom bell tower, so it kind of puts the pressure back onto Goodbye Forevers, as they are now again facing 5 core shots and game if this channel goes through for Happy Accident. So we've got another fight on the hands. There's nothing they can do. There's actually sappers. There's 3 sappers there going to walk through. Now that's not game though, so I think they can. They have to. If you have to pick one, then you probably allow the sappers to go through, go to 2 core health, and just take this fight. But Happy Accident is not really willing to give this up easily, though, as they're posturing that they're doing a really good job. Newbie jumping in, that's a massive slide, and there's a mosh onto Deckard, sing solo. If they could get that kill, that would be great, but they don't at this point in time. Warden's Cage is dropped, bunkers down as well. Park 55 is stuck in there, but somehow gets out. How are people not dying?
Yes, there's... Cassie gets thrown by the garage, and she is solo. Maiev engages as well, but Cassie just does not get burst and dab, but instead Tyrael. But Tyrael is going to get so much trade value onto the Raynor there as well. Li Ming's resets popping off and getting so much value. Well played, well played.
Yeah, so 3 kills to 1 in favor of Goodbye Forevers there. ETC just posturing around the shrine as the rest of his teammates just go back and get that bell tower so they can maximize the core shots. 20 is now here for Goodbye Forever, so down to 2 health though. That is very, very ominous, shall we say. 10 on the side of Happy Accident, so they have a little bit to work with, but this is getting dicey.
Yes, they cannot afford to lose any more tower shots. This is it. If a triple tower spawns, it is going to be such a stressful point, because they're going to have to split that team to be able to contest every single point. And I think you casted a game last week, or was it a week before, where there was a spicy Genji steal with the last 4 tower shots on it. Oh, I watched that cast. That was so sneaky. So they need to watch out for that and be vigilant, even during the most stressful team fights.
Yeah, so 20s here for both teams as the sappers are taken. Oh, they've got engaged. 555 goes in with the blaze. Does not get the stun though, but there's a really nice scroll ceiling from Deckard again. That's Starfall dropped as well. Lots of damage coming out onto the blaze. Maiev is in the backline, getting the really nice Warden Cage onto 3 members of the backline again. ETC with the death metal mosh there. Sanct is dropped as well. The body blocks onto Blue Laguna, but he falls. He's going to get that. Oh, yes, he is going to get the Garrosh as well. So it's a 2 for 2 at the moment. But Poxius walking into the safety of the fort, but it's not the right color. That could be dangerous.
Both teams are after exchanging tanks on either side. So this is going to be an assassin off and a support off, as all the tanks and the bruisers from both sides of the teams are down. That death metal got so much value, and the Tyrael went into the backline with the Sanct. I thought it looked like it was in favor of Goodbye Forever, but Happy Accidents responded very well. That they backed out, tried to stay alive for long enough, and then focused down the Tyrael when the Sanct finished.
Yeah, so let's see. Oh, channel going through here. They can't allow this. Spooky Ghost just delaying things, gets the Infinite Ball Lightning here, goes out. Okay, so delayed, 1 cap. They have got the bottom one, so now both teams are on essentially match point. As look at Deckard and his potions, he's just tanking everything. But that's a really great catch. 2 members, but that's a really nice penetrator round to interrupt the mosh pit there. Bunkers dropped as well. Now they have to remember death metal mosh is in play. All the members of both teams are filtering through that tunnel. Thragar dropping very low. He goes in for a slide. Death metal mosh onto 3 members. There's nothing they can do. That's a dead Deckard. That's also going to be a dead Garrosh, and Blaze to follow as well. Maiev soon to follow. They're going to get a counter kill onto the Cassia. It's just Raynor left here with the potions. He's not going to be able to do much.
Raynor, go on.
Newbie with the body blocks trying to get Undercat's. Is she going to fall though? Oh my goodness, the damage coming out from Raynor. He gets the kill. No. 1v1.
Keep going on the potions. Is the Raynor gonna live? No.
No. Oh my goodness. What?
The team pinging for him to pick up the potions.
Oh.
GG. I'd also like to point out the reason this is GG was because the camp that was picked up as well got towers in. So this is why it is GG after that. But what a game. What a way to end it.
Wow, that was crazy, right? What an ending there. Nice turnaround from Goodbye Forever's right at the end there. And I mean, good job to Tyrael. He kept his HP above the 50, so Executioner could not come through for Raynor, and that's what actually wrecked the Katarande so badly. Initially, he just went for her, and it looked, oh man, that was crazy. Wow, there you have it, and that was actually quite a good one to do a replay cast on.
Yeah,
you know, we saw the first map go in favor of Goodbye Forever's with a fairly dominant performance on Volskaya Foundry. The second map going to Braxis and Happy Accident, bringing out one heck of a very inventive combination of Abathur solo support with Arthas, Muradin, and what was her name? Kerrigan with the Phoenix as well, and Kerrigan really getting a lot of value. And then right at the end here, we had what must have been one heck of a. It almost reminds me of one of the games. I can't remember which one it was. Basically, 2 supports were alive at the end of a crazy.
Oh
team
yeah. I'm remembering that cast. There was a support off a Toronto and a Deckard, I believe.
That's the one. That's the
yeah.
one. Oh my goodness! Basically, Deckard just bashing it to run, shooting and kiting. Oh my goodness! But yeah, that was good fun.
That was a really great cast. I'm glad I was offered and invited to do this. So.
Yeah.
It was definitely worthwhile. Even though this is quite late for me, I am getting tired already.
Yeah.
I definitely felt the fatigue in the last game because I realized in the team fighting that I forgot how to speak English most of the time. So I need to be able to predict that in future for myself.
No problem. I mean, that was great fun. Thanks, Erin, for joining me on this replay cast. To the teams who do watch this on the VOD, I hope you enjoyed that. So I certainly did. And thanks to Physics Man for requesting it. But we'll call it a night here because obviously it is getting very late in EU land. I hope you guys in America do enjoy this one. And I guess we'll try and catch you live sometime. But that's it from us. Good night and thanks for watching.